Hey guys, Matt Schwartz, FCG Forensic Card Grading. We've got a fun one for you today. We're going to be cracking and grading that PSA 9 Bobby Witt Jr. We'll be giving it away through the group. Be real clear, the purpose of this video today is not to discredit anybody's grading, far from it. As a matter of fact, if we can grade this thing similarly to how the guys who have been doing it at a high level for 20 plus years, I think that would be perfectly fine. But like a lot of you guys, I'm curious to see how this card looks under the scope. But really the point of the video today is to show you how we're grading these things, start to finish, all the different subgrades, the equipment, and give you a little commentary as I walk through and grade the card. So thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy it. So hey guys, here we are at one of the grading desks. We've got our Bobby Witt Jr. under the scope. First thing we and the graders do is they're going to pick the card up. They're going to get familiar with it. I mean, what you can see with your eye is really more important than anything else. Not just the front, obviously the back as well. And then also take it under the magnifying glass. Same thing, just getting familiar with the card. We're going to start by jumping in on the corners, guys. Right. And the cool thing about these scopes is the ability to change the light. Every card is a little bit different, and the graders have the option of changing the lighting aspect to get the best view on these things. We know from experience that actually turning off the light entirely on the scope and bringing in the light from the magnifying glass on these 20/20 Bowmans is the best way to grade at least the corners and the edges. As you can see, that gives us a really, really clear look. So we've got our pads here, right? Keeping hands off the card even though we're wearing gloves. We're going to rotate the card around. Starting with this top left corner, we've got a 10 corner here. All the criteria is on the website, bottom of the website with picture samples, all that good stuff. We're going to rotate around here. A little bit of roundness, guys. You got to keep some perspective here. This is magnified pretty good under the scope. 9.5. Continue rotating. Same thing in that range. 9.5 corner. And a little bit of something going on here, guys, but again under pretty heavy magnification. So we're in that 9.5 range. Before I pass final judgment or grade on the corners, I'm going to pick the card up. I'm going to look at the back. One more time, I'm going to do it under the magnifying glass, just to make sure that there's nothing going on back there. Taking a side angle view as well. Nothing in this case. And we're good to go. We're going to go with a 9.5 corner. We're going to mark that down on our grading sheet. So we're going to jump into the edges, guys. Real important to find the right lighting aspect. The problem with grading off of a scan or a picture is, number one, that's only one aspect, but two, depending upon how the light is hitting these edges, it gives you the shadow and it gives you the false impression that there's damage on the edge. We know from experience at this point, working with these really reflective cards like a 20/20 Bowman Chrome card, we actually turn the lights off on the scope entirely and we bring in the light from the magnifying glass, and you can see that gives us a great look at the edge. I'm going to use the pad. I'm going to rotate this around. Coming all the way through, I'll call out anything I see as I look at it. That's what I was talking about with that shadow. That's not damage. Again, I'll look at it with my eyes, but that's just shine from the chrome itself. You can see it's a good consistent line too. And this is just where the chrome emblem meets the edge. No damage there, guys. Real nice smooth line coming in through here. Same thing here, straight line. That's just the reflection from the chrome. Coming around the horn. Edge looks great to me so far, guys. We're going to take it under the magnifying glass. Edge on this card looks great, guys. We're going to be at a 10 edge. Mark that down on our grading sheet. All right, we're going to look at the surface next. Follow the light, the edge of the light. As it gets closer to any type of imperfection, that imperfection will reveal itself. So here we go. See that there's a print line right here. Like some very minor scratching right here. I say minor, right, just because you can see something under pretty good magnification with the scope doesn't necessarily mean it's egregious or you can even see it. A lot of this stuff that you'll see under the scope you can't even see with your eyes. Yeah, that's definitely a scratch right here, guys. That print line still running down here. there was any type of dent or anything like that. If you got real close to it with the light, it would light up almost like a star. You can see right here, there's a little bit of schmutz on the card, a little bit of surface stuff. We're definitely going to take that into account when we grade this thing or call out the final grade. Not too bad overall, not horrible. It really just depends on how those print lines really look to the eye. There was that little bit of stuff on the card here, down here by his knee. We've got that scratch on his forearm. I'm also going to take a look at the back of the card. I'm going to do so under this magnifying glass, see if there's anything going on with the back. And really the print lines, I mean, they're there, don't get me wrong, but you really got to tilt in the light to find it. That stuff that you saw, that little bit of surface stuff by his knee, you can see that with the naked eye. No real dents or dings or anything like that, nothing major. We would be at a 9 surface on this, guys. Alright guys, next we're going to be doing the centering. We're going to be measuring on card. We're going to be doing it in a top loader in this case, or a card saver, however the card comes to us. This ruler allows us to measure literally in tenths of a millimeter, and obviously we're doing it under the scope, so it's blown up and a lot easier. You got to be real careful when you measure these 20/20 Bowmans because of the fact that the edges curve in and then out. So we're going to pick an equal spot on both sides, starting with the left. And on this one, we're going to measure from the edge to where the white starts right here, and we're going to do it where the bend comes out right here. So let's get the left-hand side first, guys. Right here, we're at a 37. You can see boom to boom right here, 37. We're going to pick the same spot on the right-hand side, right here, where the curve comes out. Right here, we're 35 on the nose, guys. So we've got 37 and 35, which totals 72. Obviously, there's a 2-point difference between 35 and 37. So what you do is you take 2 divided by 72, and that gives us 2.77%. It's within our 3% tolerance. The scale is on the website, but we're also going to measure the top to bottom as well. We're at 35 right here, measuring from the top to where the white meets. We're going to come down to the bottom. We're going to do the same thing. So coming from where the white to the edge, we're at 37. It's the exact same thing, guys. Make sure we're at on that. Yeah, 37. So we're 35, 37, top to bottom too. 2-point variance. Same thing, 2.77. We're within our 10 range on this, guys. And before I mark down the grade and I finalize it, I'm going to give it the one over with the eye. I mean, the card is pretty, not pretty, it is dead centered. It looks great. I'm going to look at the back. The back is well centered. I mean, we're good to go, guys. This is a 10. It's a 10 center. Lastly, we're going to do the autograph grade. Personally, as a collector, I kind of hate the autograph grade, but it is what it is. We do not authenticate. What we're looking for is any inconsistencies in the pen, any streakiness. In this case, as you can see, guys, there is none of that. This is going to be a 10 auto. And to sum it up, here's what we've got. We've got a 9 surface. We've got a 9.5 corner sub. We've got 10 edges. We've got 10 center for a total final grade of 9.5. Really nice card. I'd like to keep it myself, but I picked it up on eBay a couple months back for a couple $100. It was a good buy. Congratulations to whoever ends up with the card. It's the one that we're giving away in the group FCG. I want to thank you guys for getting the guys invited. If you haven't checked out the website, fcggrading.com. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and appreciate the support.